Hi everyone, bonjour, habari zenu, uhoro wanyu, como esta, guten tag, all the other greetings. I won't even apologize for being on hiatus. I won't even explain why. You guys know, and I'm not gonna expect you guys to expect otherwise, but I have missed y'all very much. There have been a few updates in my life. I don't know if this is gonna be one video or if we should make a few videos because there's a lot to catch up on. I'll just make one long as we just make a long video, right, and catch up, right guys? So lost my main account on TikTok again. I've made a few backups which have all been taken down. I've lost at least 4 or 5 accounts in the last month, which I know is crazy, but cancel culture, yay. Find us here, 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 and here, and here. I finally released the Bonnie and Clyde music video. Please check it out. I'm gonna link it in the description area.
But we are Bonnie and Clyde, baby Bonnie and Clyde. Sitakuacha, siendi kokote.
What else can I report on? Some stuff I can't really say because it's personal. I've been really busy. I've been really busy with work and stuff, so life has been a little bit stressful, but I am still thankful and grateful to be here, and I'm thankful for all of y'all. You keep your subscription for my YouTube even if I post once every, blue moon and so, but I really appreciate you guys. Today I do want to talk about something super specific that I watched earlier, specifically about the similarities between the woke mob in the blacktivists and the woke mob on the side of the trans activists. Blair White is someone I really admire. She's amazing. I've always loved her content because she's one of the very few common sense trans people around, next to Back Angel and a few other people. But as you guys know, everything woke goes to, so being a conservative trans woman, she gets so much flack from the left, which is funny because it's supposed to be the party of love and tolerance, but only if you agree with every single thing they say. If you tend to be more moderate, conservative, or just have common sense, because at this point in time, it's just common sense. Or you voted for Trump, then now you are a sellout, and you're this and you're that. And it's so funny because the same insults she has been called by the woke trans activists are the same exact insults I have been called as a chocolate conservative African immigrant who's conservative. They've called her a token, or you're using your voice as a trans woman on the right to give the people on the right a voice for their transphobia. No, that's not the case, but same thing. This is what mine sounds like from blacktivists. You are a token black girl who makes it okay for the right-wingers, the racist right-wingers, MAGA, to be comfortable being racist because clearly you're echoing their sentiment. That's how they think. And it was so funny how similar those insults are.
The one that everyone has been sending me this week because Lily Tino, the infamous pregnant trans person who goes and harasses service industry workers and gets rage bait content.
Thank you. I'm not sir. Can you call me sir? I just want to tell you that the person who gave me this called me sir. I use she, her pronouns. I'm not sir. In movies, we see people betray their own kind all the time, but sadly, it's also happening in the trans community. Take Blair White, for example, trans woman, albeit a conservative one. But instead of advocating for change or pushing people to be more accepting with her very large platform, Blair throws trans people under the bus.
It's literally the same script, different cast. I have been saying this for eons now because I have been on social media as a creator since 2020. Lost a bunch of accounts, and it's the same stuff. They've said the same stuff to me. It's gotten so old, I've not responded anymore, but they're gonna call you names. They've called me racial slurs like coon and that, and these slurs are coming from people who look like me. I call them the blacktivists. They are basically the black Democrats. You all know I don't like saying black and white, but they're the black Democrats essentially, because no conservative who's dark-skinned in America has called me any racial slur. It's always the left. And they're going to say things like, oh, you think they're going to pick you? Oh, you are voting against your people.
Talking about our own kind, right? our kind, us. I have nothing in common with you.
A free pass from harassment and discrimination in return for selling out her own people.
You are not my people. I swear to God, you are not my people. First of all, not on a physical level, not on a mental level, not on a spiritual level especially.
Who are my people?
What is a rocket raccoon like you doing in my comment section? I know who you are. You're that conservative hippie lady, right? With like 600,000 followers. If you don't like your own people or like what we stand for or like the fact that we stand up for ourselves, why not just scroll past the video and keep it pushing? Bucko.
My people are not people who look like me. My people are people going in the same direction as I am. They're people who I share values with. That's who my people are. This whole thing of my people are my people because we happen to share a skin tone, I don't even know where that stuff came from, but it's ridiculous. That's very monolithic thinking. Skinfolk ain't kinfolk. And they say that like it's a bad thing. Like, oh, skinfolk ain't kinfolk. I'm like, yeah, that's the case. I don't think with my skin tone, right? I'm not black. I don't think black and act black and talk black. Apparently, I talk white. I've actually been told I talk white, which is like, we'll get into that one in another video because that's a whole other thing. Essentially, for someone who's been ingrained to be a victim in America and they all they speak is AAVE, aka Ebonics, they don't speak proper grammar, right? So for us, black people who happen to be articulate, you're told that you're speaking white. I know. Why do you see yourself so inferior that speaking white is speaking properly and speaking properly is speaking white? I don't know. Trust me, I don't understand either. The same sentiment they're showing to Blair White about her being a conservative trans woman is the same sentiment I have gotten from those racists on the left who look like me. Saying things like, oh, you're supposed to, we're supposed to be fighting for acceptance. No, we're not. Accept me as a human being. I don't expect you to accept me as whatever I am saying. Loving someone is not accepting them, right? Love is not accepting what everyone is doing and shoving it down your throat. I can love you and rebuke you. I can love you and disagree with you. I can love you and hold you accountable. But you weaponizing your sexuality against people is really twisted, and playing victim when you're called out and criticized. It's the same way the blacktivists play victim and cry that, oh, you're being racist. No, I'm calling out your behavior. Your culture is terrible. You guys need a reality check. It's not racism. It's not systemic racism. It's not generational trauma. It is you. You are the problem. I just thought it was funny, so I wanted to share that. It's word for word. Token trans person, token black person. Speaking against your people. Wanting to pick me. It's like, who wants to? We don't want to be picked. The reason I respect Blair White so much is because she stands on her own 2 feet, doesn't need validation from anyone, doesn't care if you accept her, because as long as you treat her as a human being, she doesn't care. She doesn't force herself into spaces people would feel uncomfortable, right? She speaks out on this whole child grooming nonsense. We're on the same page 100% on that. I support Gays Against Groomers, a very big organization. Follow them. They are fighting to push back on this grooming of our children. No child is a trans child. And Blair saying that because it comes out of her mouth and she's not a lefty is offensive and it's hateful. And she's not part of the trans people because they don't like her, because she's not one of them. She doesn't want to be one of them. I don't want to be one of y'all. There's a black activist who made a video. I'm going to pop it in here. And he told me to go home, which she was being xenophobic. He meant go home back to Kenya, because home. I was like, bish, I'm a dual citizen. This is home too. What you gonna do about it, He comes back. His only rebuttal was, first of all, he just ranted for a good minute and a half because emotional regulation is not their strong suit. And then he just said, oh, you just want to be one of us. I assure you, from the bottom of my heart, I do not want to be one of you. I do not need validation.
One over. This you? And I said what I said. So while you over here trying to be a pick-me, pandering to the white folks, speaking out of turn, speaking up against a black person that you know absolutely nothing about, speaking against a whole community that you want to be like at the end of the day. You can't talk to me about anything, sweetheart. Again, you're an immigrant. I'm a black American.
I don't want to be a victim. Why would I want to be a victim? Someone who thinks the whole world is against him and his skin tone makes him disadvantaged and the cops hate you and they're racist toward you. I don't want to be that guy. Why would you? Don't insult me. I speak articulately. I don't want to speak like you. I can barely understand what you're saying. I don't need to be like you. See, this is what's really twisted. This is what's really twisted about all this. When you criticize someone who holds pride in their skin tone and you very intellectually rebut them and tell them you're responding this way because you are triggered. You are triggered because I rebuked something about your behavior. But because you don't know what to tell me, you're either going to say something really snarky, insult my appearance, or go off. Because that's the only response. Your cognitive dissonance is really strong and you cannot cope with the fact that you're hearing something that I'm showing you to your face. This is the reality. I'm basically psychoanalyzing them. I psychoanalyze them all the time. And I'm not psychoanalyzing them, I'm psychoanalyzing their behavior and their responses. So when they say things like, oh, Trump doesn't love you, I come back with, he doesn't have to love me, he doesn't even know me. He loves his country though, and that's why I love him and that's why I support him. Oh, they won't pick you. I'm like, I'm not caught on to be picked. It's crazy to me the kind of responses, people who are so, how do I say this? And it's again, it's the same thing with the black activists and the trans activists. They're very ingrained. They love living in an echo chamber where everyone agrees with them, everyone validates them. So anything that goes against that grain, they can't stand. They cannot stand. Oh, how dare you call out that thing, and oh, now you're transphobe. No, honey. I mean, they've called Billy White a transphobe. If you're gonna call a trans person a transphobe, you've kind of lost credibility, right? Right? I was called a self-hating, whatever they called me. They said, oh, you're black. I said, I'm not a color. They don't like that because there's literally no rebuttal to that. So the next step after that is canceling you. It's canceling you or mass reporting you or whatever the case might be. When they tell me, you're not one of us, I'm like, yeah, exactly, I'm not one of you. Was I supposed to argue? Do I need to feel bad? You know why they think that? Because they're a collective. The trans activist is a collective movement. The black activists are a collective movement. They need each other to validate one another's thoughts. When you hear terminologies like the black community, the trans community, they're a community because they have to be. They have a hive mentality, a hive mind. They have to be a group. So when they come to you and say, oh, we don't accept you, we don't claim you, I don't need to be claimed by you. I claim myself. And then it throws them off. Because they're wondering, how do you not want to be one of us? Because we're not the same. I don't know. You know, you're woke and you have victim mentality and you have to be validated and you insult people who don't think like you and you vote Democrat. So you believe in communism and socialism. You hate capitalism. You know, you want more division. I want unity. I don't believe in identity politics. You do. You know, that's why I am not one of you. I'm one of y'all. I want to be one of y'all. So I just wanted to make this video and talk about that and catch up with you guys because I have really missed you. If you do watch this and you can see me, please follow my social media. It's all below. I will not promise to be back soon because I always say that and then I don't mean to leave you guys hanging, I swear. It's just life, okay? Life is busy. If I had 3 extra hours in a day, I would be popping out videos every week. I promise you guys. But I'm trying my best. Check out my new music video. Give it some love. Let me know what kind of content you guys love, you know. I'm gonna try. There are a few things I need to talk about, but I can't speak freely on that app that had disappeared for 2 days. I'll link all my social media below on my Linktree. Everything is on my Linktree, my Insta, X, everything. follow me there. I love you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing Easter, and peace and love to everyone. Please try to come from a place of curiosity. If you meet someone you don't understand, don't use your own cognitive bias to judge them off the bat. But anyways, I love you guys. Kenyan Hippie out.